Most men over 40 overspend on a name or underbuy, and it shows. The sweet spot? Watches that look like $10,000 because the details are right, not the logo, the build. In this video, you'll see 10 affordable picks that pass the wrist test. Balanced case, sapphire, honest finishing, tight bracelet fit, and clean dials that read executive, not entry level. I'll also give you the 2 rules collectors use to spot value at a glance. And the 3 red flags that make any watch look cheap. No copies, no hype, just quiet luxury design that works in meetings, dinner, and weekends. Watch to the end for a fast checklist you can screenshot before you buy. Number 1. The minimalist dress watch. Let's start with something that works in every situation. A clean, minimalist dress watch that communicates sophistication without saying a word. This category is where you can find the most bang for your buck, because great design doesn't require expensive complications or precious metals. What we're looking for here is perfect proportions, clean lines, and the kind of understated elegance that never goes out of style. Think ultra-thin case, simple white or silver dial, elegant hour markers instead of numbers, and a classic leather strap that complements the overall design. The beauty is in what's not there. No unnecessary complications, no flashy colors, no distracting details. Here's why this works so well for men over 40. It suggests confidence and maturity. You're not trying to make a statement or show off. You understand that true elegance comes from restraint and perfect execution. When someone notices your watch, they're noticing your overall sense of style, not just an expensive accessory. The psychological impact is immediate. When you wear a beautifully designed minimalist watch, you feel more organized, more focused, more in control. There's something about that clean, uncluttered design that affects how you think about time and priorities. You become more deliberate in your actions, more present in your interactions. What makes these affordable options so compelling is that great minimalist design doesn't require expensive materials or complicated movements. A well-designed steel case, quality quartz movement, and genuine leather strap can create a watch that looks and feels far more expensive than its actual cost. The key is finding manufacturers who understand proportions, finishing quality, and the importance of details like proper lugs, crown design, and case thickness. Here's what to look for specifically. Case diameter between 38 to 40 millimeters for most wrist sizes. Case thickness under 10 millimeters for that elegant profile. Sapphire crystal for scratch resistance and clarity. And a movement that keeps accurate time without the maintenance requirements of mechanical complications. The dial should be clean and readable, with hour markers that complement the overall design philosophy. The versatility factor makes this investment particularly smart. A quality minimalist dress watch works with everything from business suits to weekend casual wear. It never looks out of place, never draws unwanted attention, and never makes you second-guess your choice. It's the watch equivalent of a perfectly tailored white shirt, essential, elegant, and endlessly useful. But while minimalist design offers timeless appeal, some men prefer something with a bit more character and visual interest. Number 2. The refined field watch. Field watches represent one of the best value propositions in the entire watch world, especially for men who want something that looks substantial and purposeful without being overly military or aggressive. The modern field watch takes classic utilitarian design and refines it for contemporary wear. What we're looking for is clean, readable design with just enough military heritage to suggest capability and reliability. Think brushed steel case, high contrast dial with clear numerals, solid construction that can handle daily wear, and the kind of unpretentious functionality that never goes out of style. The goal is purposeful elegance, something that looks like it was built to perform but refined enough for any situation. Here's why field watches work so well for our age group. They communicate competence and reliability without trying too hard. There's an inherent masculinity to field watch design that feels authentic and confident. When you wear one, you're suggesting that you're someone who gets things done, someone who values function as much as form. The psychological transformation is noticeable. Field watches make you feel more capable, more prepared, more confident in your ability to handle whatever the day brings. There's something about that tool-like functionality that affects your mindset. You approach problems more directly, make decisions more confidently, and generally feel more capable of meeting challenges. Modern affordable field watches benefit from decades decades of design evolution and manufacturing improvements. You can find pieces with excellent build quality, reliable movements, and finishing that rivals much more expensive options. The key is finding brands that respect the heritage while incorporating modern improvements in materials and manufacturing precision. What makes these watches look expensive is attention to detail in areas that matter most: proper case proportions, quality dial printing, solid bracelet or strap construction, and movements that perform reliably over time. The finish quality on case and bracelet, the clarity of the crystal, and the precision of the hands and markers all contribute to that premium appearance. Here's what to prioritize: case size between 38 to 42 millimeters, depending on your wrist size and preference. Water resistance of at least 100 meters for daily confidence, automatic movement if possible for that mechanical character, and build quality that inspires confidence in long-term durability. The dial should be highly legible with good contrast and quality printing. The versatility of a well-chosen field watch is remarkable. It works perfectly with casual wear, looks appropriate with business casual, and can even complement more formal attire when chosen carefully. It's masculine without being aggressive, functional without being purely utilitarian, and sophisticated without being pretentious. But if you're looking for something that splits the difference between dress watch elegance and field watch functionality, there's a category that offers the best of both worlds. Number 3. The contemporary sports watch. Sports watches have evolved far beyond their purely functional origins to become some of the most versatile and sophisticated timepieces available. The right sports watch combines the durability and features you need with the refined aesthetics that work in professional and social situations. We're looking for clean, modern design that suggests capability without looking overly technical or aggressive. Think brushed and polished steel case, readable dial with useful complications, solid bracelet or quality strap, and the kind of refined functionality that serves real needs without being overwhelming. The goal is sophisticated capability, something that looks like it could handle anything while remaining elegant enough for important occasions. Here's what makes sports watches particularly appealing for men over 40. They suggest an active, engaged lifestyle without requiring you to actually be training for a triathlon. They communicate that you value performance and quality, that you choose tools that work exceptionally well, and that you understand the difference between genuine capability and flashy marketing. The psychological impact is both immediate and lasting. When you wear a quality sports watch, you feel more energetic, more capable, more ready for whatever opportunities or challenges come your way. There's something about that combination of elegance and functionality that affects your entire mindset. You approach life more actively, make decisions more confidently, and generally feel more prepared for success. Modern affordable sports watches represent incredible value because manufacturing improvements have made professional-grade features accessible at lower price points. You can find watches with automatic movements, ceramic bezels, sapphire crystals, and water resistance ratings that would have cost thousands just a few years ago. What creates that expensive appearance is sophisticated design combined with quality execution. The proportions have to be perfect, the finishing has to be consistent, and the details have to be properly executed. Case shape, bracelet design, dial layout, and hand design all work together to create an impression of quality and sophistication. Here's what to prioritize in your selection: case size that works with your wrist and lifestyle, water resistance appropriate for your activities, movement quality that ensures long-term reliability, and design elements that complement your overall style. The bracelet or strap should feel substantial and well-made, contributing to the overall impression of quality. The beauty of a well-chosen sports watch is its incredible versatility. It works perfectly for weekend activities, looks completely appropriate in business settings, and can even complement evening wear when chosen thoughtfully. It's the kind of watch that adapts to your life rather than requiring you to adapt to it. But while sports watches offer modern versatility, some men prefer the timeless appeal and traditional craftsmanship of more classic designs. Number 4. The classic dive watch. Dive watches represent one of the most successful designs in horological history, and for good reason. They combine essential functionality with timeless aesthetics that have remained appealing for decades. The right dive watch offers professional capability wrapped in designs that work beautifully in everyday situations. What we're seeking is classic proportions with modern refinements, robust steel construction, highly legible dial with proper contrast, unidirectional rotating bezel for timing functions, and water resistance that inspires confidence even if you never dive deeper than a swimming pool. The goal is authentic functionality that translates into everyday confidence and style. Here's why dive watches work so well for mature men. They communicate reliability, preparedness, and the kind of understated capability that comes with experience. There's an inherent masculinity to dive watch design that feels genuine rather than manufactured. When you wear one, you're connecting to a tradition of exploration and adventure while maintaining complete appropriateness for daily wear. The psychological transformation is particularly powerful with dive watches. They make you feel more adventurous, more confident in your ability to handle challenges, more connected to a tradition of men who pushed boundaries and explored new territories. There's something about that combination of robustness and precision that affects how you approach problems and opportunities. Contemporary, affordable dive watches benefit from decades of design evolution and significant improvements in manufacturing capability. You can find pieces with automatic movements, ceramic bezels, sapphire crystals, and finishing quality that rivals watches costing many times more. The key is identifying brands that respect the heritage while incorporating meaningful improvements. What makes these watches appear expensive is attention to fundamental details, proper case proportions that wear comfortably, bezel action that feels precise and secure, dial design that maximizes legibility, and overall finishing that suggests quality construction. The weight should feel substantial without being excessive, and every interaction should feel smooth and well-engineered. Here's your selection criteria. Case diameter between 40 to 42 millimeters for classic proportions. Water resistance of at least 200 meters for genuine capability. Automatic movement for traditional character. And design elements that honor dive watch heritage while incorporating modern improvements. The bezel should rotate smoothly with positive clicks, and the crown should screw down securely. The versatility of a quality dive watch is legendary. It works perfectly with casual wear, looks completely appropriate in business casual situations, and can even complement more formal attire when chosen carefully. It's robust enough for weekend adventures, but refined enough for important meetings. But if you're drawn to the idea of traditional craftsmanship but prefers something with more vintage character and timeless appeal, there's a category that offers unique charm. Number 5. The vintage-inspired pilot watch. Pilot watches combine aviation heritage with contemporary wearability in ways that create some of the most appealing and versatile timepieces available. The right pilot watch offers historical connection, excellent legibility, and the kind of functional elegance that never goes out of style. We're looking for authentic design elements that honor aviation history without being costumey or overly military. Think clean, highly legible dial with aviation-inspired numerals, appropriate case size that balances presence with wearability, quality construction that suggests durability, and design details that tell the story of aviation pioneers. The goal is respectful homage that creates a genuinely wearable and attractive timepiece. Here's what makes pilot watches particularly compelling for men over 40. They suggest adventure and achievement while maintaining complete appropriateness for professional and social situations. There's an inherent sophistication to pilot watch design that comes from their connection to aviation history and the men who pushed the boundaries of flight. When you wear one, you're connecting to that tradition of exploration and technical achievement. The psychological impact is both inspiring and grounding. Pilot watches make you feel more adventurous, more connected to history, more appreciative of technical achievement and human ingenuity. There's something about that aviation heritage that affects your perspective. You think bigger, plan more carefully, and appreciate the importance of precision and reliability. Modern affordable pilot watches represent exceptional value because the design elements that make them appealing don't require expensive materials or complicated movements. Quality dial design, appropriate case construction, and reliable movement can create watches that look and feel far more expensive than their actual cost. The key is finding manufacturers who understand the heritage and execute it with respect and skill. What creates that premium appearance is authentic design combined with quality execution. The numerals should be properly proportioned and clearly printed, the case should have appropriate dimensions and finishing, and the overall design should feel cohesive and purposeful. Aviation-inspired details should enhance rather than overwhelm the basic functionality. Here's what to prioritize. Case size between 39 to 42 millimeters for balanced proportions. Dial design that maximizes legibility, movement reliability that ensures long-term satisfaction, and construction quality that suggests durability. The crown should be appropriately sized for easy operation, and the crystal should provide clear, distortion-free viewing. The adaptability of a well-chosen pilot watch is remarkable. It works beautifully with casual wear, looks completely appropriate in business settings, and can even complement more formal attire when selected thoughtfully. It's masculine without being aggressive, historical without being dated, and functional without being purely utilitarian. But while pilot watches offer historical appeal, some men prefer the clean technical aesthetic of more contemporary design approaches. Number 6. The modern tool watch. Tool watches represent the perfect marriage of function and form, designed primarily for performance but refined enough for everyday wear. The best modern tool watches take essential functionality and wrap it in contemporary design that works beautifully in professional and social situations. What we're seeking is purposeful design that prioritizes function while maintaining visual appeal, robust construction that can handle daily wear, features that serve real purposes, legible design that makes time reading effortless, and overall aesthetics that suggest competence and reliability. The goal is functional sophistication that never compromises capability for appearance. Here's why tool watches resonate so well with mature men. They communicate competence, reliability, and the kind of practical wisdom that comes with experience. There's an inherent honesty to tool watch design that appeals to men who value substance over superficial flash. When you wear one, you're suggesting that you choose things based on merit rather than status or fashion. The psychological transformation is particularly grounding with tool watches. They make you feel more capable, more focused on what really matters, more confident in your ability to handle practical challenges. There's something about that combination of functionality and reliability that affects your entire approach to problems. You think more practically, focus on solutions, and appreciate the value of things that work exceptionally well. Contemporary affordable tool watches benefit from significant advances in materials, science, and manufacturing precision. You can find watches with ceramic components, advanced steel alloys, improved shock resistance, and movement reliability that would have been impossible at these price points just a few years ago. The key is identifying brands that prioritize function while maintaining design appeal. What makes these watches look expensive is sophisticated engineering combined with quality materials and finishing. The case should feel substantial and well-proportioned. The dial should be perfectly legible under all conditions, and every interaction should feel smooth and precise. The overall impression should be one of competent engineering rather than flashy decoration. Here's your evaluation criteria. Case construction that balances durability with wearability, dial design that prioritizes legibility and functionality, movement quality that ensures reliable long-term performance, and overall design that serves real needs rather than just looking impressive. Every feature should have a purpose, and every detail should contribute to functionality. The practicality of a quality tool watch extends far beyond just timekeeping. It becomes a daily reminder that you value competence, appreciate good engineering, and choose things that serve you well over time. It affects how you approach other decisions and investments, generally encouraging more thoughtful and practical choices. But while tool watches emphasize function, some men prefer the refinement and elegance of more dress-oriented designs that still offer contemporary appeal. Number 7. The refined GMT watch. GMT watches combine sophisticated complications with practical functionality in ways that create some of the most appealing and useful timepieces available. The right GMT watch offers genuine utility for travel or business, while maintaining the elegance necessary for professional and social situations. We're looking for clean design that incorporates the GMT function elegantly, rather than making it the dominant visual element. Think readable dial with well-organized information, appropriate case proportions that balance functionality with wearability, quality construction that suggests durability, and design elements that enhance rather than complicate the basic time-telling function. The goal is sophisticated utility that serves real needs while remaining visually appealing. Here's what makes GMT watches particularly attractive for men over 40. They suggest a lifestyle that involves travel, business across time zones, and the kind of professional success that requires coordination across different locations. There's an inherent sophistication to GMT complications that implies you need to know what time it is in multiple places, a capability that suggests importance and responsibility. The psychological impact is both practical and aspirational. GMT watches make you feel more connected to the broader world, more aware of global perspectives, more prepared for opportunities that might require travel or international coordination. There's something about that dual time capability that affects your mindset. You think more broadly, plan more comprehensively, and generally feel more prepared for complex situations. Modern affordable GMT watches represent remarkable value because the complication that once required expensive mechanical engineering can now be implemented with quality quartz movements at very reasonable prices. You can also find mechanical GMT watches from respected manufacturers that deliver genuine Swiss or Japanese movements at prices that would have been impossible just a few years ago. What creates that expensive appearance is sophisticated dial design combined with quality case construction and finishing. The GMT hand should integrate beautifully with the overall design, the second time zone indication should be clear and useful, and the overall layout should feel organized and purposeful, rather than cluttered or busy. Here's what to prioritize in your selection: dial design that clearly displays multiple time zones without visual confusion, case size that balances presence with everyday wearability, movement quality that ensures accurate timekeeping in both zones, and construction quality that suggests long-term reliability. The GMT function should be easy to set and adjust when traveling. The versatility of a well-chosen GMT watch extends beyond just travel functionality. It works beautifully in business settings where it suggests international awareness, looks completely appropriate in social situations, and provides practical utility that you'll actually use regularly. It's sophisticated without being pretentious, functional without being overly technical. But while GMT watches offer sophisticated complications, some men prefer the pure, clean appeal of designs that focus entirely on essential timekeeping. Number 8. The elegant chronometer. Chronometer-certified watches represent the highest standard of timekeeping accuracy, and finding affordable options that deliver this level of precision creates exceptional value for the discerning buyer. The right chronometer offers Swiss or German precision wrapped in designs that emphasize quality and reliability. What we're seeking is understated excellence, clean design that lets the quality movement take center stage, appropriate case proportions that balance presence with elegance, dial layout that prioritizes legibility and harmony, and overall construction that suggests precision engineering. The goal is refined accuracy that communicates your appreciation for the finest watchmaking traditions. Here's why chronometer certification appeals to mature men. It represents objective excellence rather than subjective fashion. There's an inherent sophistication to owning something that meets the highest standards of precision and reliability. When you wear a certified chronometer, you're connecting to Swiss watchmaking traditions that prioritize accuracy and quality above all else. The psychological transformation is subtle but meaningful. Chronometer watches make you feel more precise, more attentive to details, more appreciative of excellence in craftsmanship and engineering. There's something about knowing your watch meets the highest standards that affects your entire approach to quality. You become more discriminating, more appreciative of things done right. Affordable chronometer options exist because certain manufacturers have invested in movements and certification while keeping other costs controlled. through efficient production and modest profit margins. You can find genuine COSC certified chronometers from respected Swiss and German manufacturers at prices that represent remarkable value for the level of precision provided. What makes these watches appear expensive is the combination of certified accuracy with quality construction and finishing. The movement's precision should be matched by appropriate case quality, dial execution, and overall build standards. Every aspect should reflect the same commitment to excellence that earned the chronometer certification. Here's your evaluation approach. Verify genuine chronometer certification rather than just marketing claims. Assess case and dial quality to ensure they match the movement standards. Consider long-term service and support availability. And evaluate overall design to ensure it complements your style and lifestyle needs. The certification should be earned through actual testing, not just claimed in advertising. The satisfaction of owning a certified chronometer extends far beyond just accurate timekeeping. It becomes a daily reminder that you appreciate excellence, understand quality, and choose things that meet the highest standards. It affects how you approach other decisions and investments, generally encouraging more thoughtful and discriminating choices. But while chronometer certification emphasizes technical excellence, some men prefer the visual drama and complexity of more complicated timepieces. Number 9. The sophisticated moon phase. Watch. Moon phase watches combine romantic complications with practical functionality in ways that create some of the most visually appealing and emotionally engaging timepieces available. The right moon phase watch offers traditional complication wrapped in contemporary design that works beautifully for daily wear. We're looking for elegant integration of the moon phase display with overall dial design, beautiful execution that enhances rather than dominates the basic time function, appropriate case proportions that balance visual interest with wearability, quality construction that suggests long-term reliability, and design elements that create emotional connection while maintaining practical functionality. Here's what makes moon phase watches particularly compelling for men over 40. They suggest appreciation for traditional complications, connection to natural cycles, and the kind of sophisticated taste that values beauty alongside functionality. There's an inherent romance to moon phase complications that appeals to men who understand that the best timepieces engage both the mind and the emotions. The psychological impact is both grounding and inspiring. Moon phase watches connect you to natural rhythms and cycles, making you more aware of time's passage in larger contexts. There's something about that celestial connection that affects your perspective. You think more philosophically, appreciate beauty more deeply, and generally feel more connected to the broader universe. Affordable moon phase watches exist because the complication, while visually impressive, doesn't require extremely expensive mechanical engineering. Quality manufacturers can create beautiful moon phase displays using reliable movements and attractive dial designs at prices that make this traditional complication accessible to discerning buyers who appreciate its appeal. What creates that expensive appearance is sophisticated dial design, combined with quality execution of the moon phase display. The moon disc should be beautifully finished and accurately positioned. The surrounding design should complement rather than compete with the complication, and the overall layout should feel balanced and harmonious. Here's what to prioritize: moon phase accuracy that will remain correct for reasonable periods, dial design that integrates the complication beautifully, case quality that matches the sophisticated complication, and overall construction that ensures long-term reliability. The moon phase should enhance the overall design rather than appearing as an afterthought. The emotional appeal of a quality moon phase watch extends far beyond just the complication itself. It becomes a daily reminder that you appreciate beauty, understand traditional craftsmanship, and choose things that engage both practical and emotional needs. It's sophisticated without being pretentious, traditional without being dated. And finally, for men who want the ultimate in affordable sophistication, there's one category that combines multiple appeals in a single timepiece. Number 10. The heritage-inspired dress chronograph. Chronograph watches represent the perfect combination of traditional complications with contemporary functionality, and heritage-inspired designs offer the best of vintage appeal with modern reliability. The right dress chronograph combines timing functions with elegant design that works beautifully in professional and social situations. What we're seeking is refined complexity. Chronograph functions integrated elegantly into dress watch proportions. Quality construction that balances functionality with wearability. Dial design that organizes multiple functions clearly and attractively, and overall aesthetics that suggest both capability and sophistication. The goal is functional elegance that never sacrifices style for utility. Here's why dress chronographs appeal so strongly to mature men. They represent the perfect balance of form and function, offering genuine utility wrapped in designs that work beautifully for important occasions. There's an inherent sophistication to chronograph complications that suggests you need precise timing for important activities, whether business, sports, or personal pursuits. The psychological transformation is both practical and aspirational. Chronograph watches make you feel more precise, more organized, more capable of managing complex timing requirements. There's something about having that stopwatch function available that affects your entire approach to time management. You become more aware of duration, more focused on efficiency, more appreciative of precision in all activities. Heritage-inspired affordable chronographs benefit from design languages developed over decades, combined with modern manufacturing capabilities and reliable movements. You can find pieces that capture the appeal of vintage racing chronographs or aviation timers, while delivering contemporary reliability and wearability at remarkably accessible prices. What makes these watches look expensive is sophisticated design combined with quality execution of complex functions. The chronograph subdials should be properly proportioned and clearly readable. The pushers should operate smoothly and precisely, and the overall dial layout should feel organized and purposeful rather than cluttered or busy. Here's your final evaluation criteria: chronograph function, reliability, and smooth operation, dial design that balances complexity with legibility, case quality that matches the sophisticated complications, and overall construction that ensures long-term satisfaction. Every function should work smoothly, and every design element should contribute to the overall appeal. The versatility of a well-chosen dress chronograph is remarkable. It works beautifully with business attire, looks completely appropriate for evening occasions, and provides practical functionality that you'll actually use regularly. It's sophisticated enough for important meetings, but functional enough for weekend timing activities. Here's what we've covered today: 10 categories of affordable watches that deliver genuine quiet luxury and sophisticated presence without requiring five-figure investments. Each of these options offers something different, from minimalist elegance to complex complications, but they all share the common thread of looking far more expensive than their actual cost while providing real quality and reliability. If you found real value in today's recommendations and you're ready to upgrade your wrist game without breaking the bank, I'd genuinely appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Your support helps me continue researching and sharing the best value options in men's style and accessories. Here's what I'm most curious about: which of these 10 categories speaks to you most strongly? Are you drawn to the clean elegance of minimalist designs, or do you prefer the complexity and functionality of chronographs and complications? Maybe there's a specific brand or model you'd like me to review in more detail. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, and your questions often inspire detailed follow-up videos. The truth is, finding great watches at reasonable prices requires patience, research, and understanding what really creates value versus what just creates expense. It's about recognizing that the best watchmakers understand their craft well enough to deliver exceptional quality without requiring premium pricing for every component. These watches prove that you don't need to spend a fortune to wear something that makes you feel proud, confident, and sophisticated. You just need to know what to look for, where to find it, and how to recognize genuine quality when you see it. With the right knowledge and approach, you can build a watch collection that serves you beautifully for decades, while never making you feel like you overpaid or settled for less than you deserved. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.